Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Dawn and this is Dawn Does Keto. This channel is all about following my personal journey on the ketogenic diet. So I have a really busy weekend this weekend, and one of the things that we're doing is going to a cookout at a friend's house tomorrow. So obviously I need to make something to take it, so I decided to make bacon buffalo chicken poppers. I'm going to kind of walk you guys along that process. If you know anything about me, I'm not a cook. It's pretty basic, so if I can do it, anybody can do it. As always, at the end of this video, I will still do my struggles and successes for the week, and I'll give you a weight update. So stay tuned for that. This video is going to probably be recorded over the course of the next couple days because I do have a very busy week. I actually went shopping for the peppers last night, and you're going to see that in a minute. I'm putting most of the ingredients together today, and then I'll actually assemble the poppers tomorrow before the picnic and throw them in the air fryer. Here we go. Hey guys, it's Thursday night. I need to get going on this recipe. Well, it is 9:15 and I'm just doing bacon, buffalo chicken, jalapenos. Well, that would be great if I could find jalapenos. I just went to 4 stores. It is 9:15 at night and nobody has jalapenos. Finally, the 4th store, I find jalapenos. They're not even like the ones that you individually pick in the produce section. They're already pre-bagged. So I had to buy 2 bags like this, so hopefully they're not horrible in there or brown. I mean, I was kind of looking through the bag and you can tell they're pretty decent. 2 stores did not have them at all. And the 3rd store had like maybe 13, and they looked like they had been run over by a truck. They were disgusting. I'm like, what am I gonna do with these? Well, this whole recipe just might go right out the window. I may be making something else for the cookout, who knows? But I did get my hands on some, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these cut up. The next time you see me will probably be tomorrow. I'm gonna get the jalapenos cut up tonight and put into a bag so that they're ready to go, and tomorrow I'll actually throw everything together, and Saturday I will put them in the air fryer. So this is going to be like a 3-day process just for jalapeno poppers. What are you going to do? Okay, everybody, it is now about 9:35. The peppers are all cut up, but let me just tell you a quick little story. Those peppers tried to kill me. That is why I don't cook. I'm cutting the peppers, I'm over the sink, and I'm taking the seeds out, and all of a sudden I felt like I had to sneeze. You know, when you get ready to sneeze, you kind of go and you take a deep breath. Well, I did that, and doing that over hot peppers is not a good idea. It was like the pepper juice just, I don't even know. It went down in my throat, and I was like literally getting ready to die. Now I can't breathe. I'm also standing there cutting up peppers and realized that I was so focused on not being able to find peppers that I forgot cheese. How am I gonna make jalapeno poppers without cheese? First thing I do is I drain the water off of my canned chicken, and I dump the canned chicken into the crock pot. I do 2 cans of chicken breast. And then what I like to do is I actually break up the chicken so that there isn't big huge chunks in the mixture, so that you're getting equal amounts of chicken in each popper. So as you can see, that is all shredded. The next thing I do is dump in 1 jar of this Primal Kitchen ranch dressing. And I always use about a 1/2 cup of Frank's Red Hot. It depends on how spicy you like it. If you don't like a lot of spice, you can cut back on the Frank's Red Hot. If you like super spicy, add a little bit more. But I've just found that for us, 1/2 cup is about the right flavor that we like. Next, I have 1 package of cream cheese. I have already softened it, and I find that this helps out because if you put the cream cheese in chunks, it just takes forever for it to melt, and there's still like bits and pieces in there. I have found that if I go ahead and pre-soften it in the microwave, it just incorporates better into the dip. The next thing is I use 2 cups of cheese. And yes, it is already pre-shredded. Don't come at me. I don't usually shred my own cheese. That's one place that I save time when I'm doing any kind of cooking, because you guys know I don't like to cook and I don't have a lot of time. So there you go. 2 cups of cheese. So then I'm just going to give this a quick mix, and I'm going to turn the crock pot up to high, basically just until the cheese melts. Once the cheese melts, that's when I will put my bacon in. It doesn't have to be super perfect or incorporated, just kind of get everything sorta kinda mixed up, and you will be ready to go. Okay guys, so the way that this is now, it's been cooking for a little while and the cheese is pretty much melted. This is more like dip form, so this would be like buffalo chicken dip, which is delicious. I got a little pork rind here, and this is how we would just eat it, like if we were watching football or hanging out here at the house. It's delicious. But I also realized as I was doing this that the Primal Kitchen ranch is a little less thick than regular ranch. So in order to stuff jalapenos, I decided I'm going to add an extra can of chicken just to maybe like thicken it up a little bit. So I already got it kind of shredded up in here in the can. So I'm just going to add an extra can of chicken. Let's mix that around. So it now has 3 cans of chicken in it. Even like this, a little bit thicker, it's still going to be super good as a dip. Okay guys, I have cooked up about 1.5 pounds of bacon. All of that may or may not have made it into this bag. I made it extra crispy, which is how I like it anyway. And then what I'm going to do is just go ahead and break it up. Okay guys, so we got the bacon all crumbled. And so we are just going to dump it all in. And then give it a quick mix. Okay, so after we've mixed in the bacon, this is what we have. A pretty thick concoction of chicken and cheese and bacon. I will sit this out and let it cool before I stuff the jalapeno peppers. That way it will be even thicker and easier to stuff the peppers with before we stick them in the air fryer. Okay guys, so as you can see, this has been in the refrigerator, so it's super thick. It'll be easier this way for me to go ahead and stuff the jalapenos to stick them in the air fryer. I would have just let it sit out and get to room temperature. It probably would have been a little bit easier, but because I had to do it on a completely separate day, I had to stick it in the refrigerator, so this is what we have. Okay guys, so I have about half of my jalapenos stuffed and ready to go. Don't criticize how I stuffed those poppers. I'm gonna stick them in the air fryer. They will cook at 400 for about 15 minutes maybe. There they are in my little rack. Okay, there they go. Okay guys, so there they are, the final product. We are getting ready to head out to our cookout. I will definitely give you all an update on Monday with my struggles and successes, so I will be back with you in a couple days. Hey guys, happy Monday. We're back. I hope you all had a great weekend. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and wrap this video up for you. First of all, this morning I made a keto chow, and it's something different that I've never done before. This is apple pie. I've never had the apple pie, and I decided to do it warm with cream cheese in my coffee this morning and my collagen. And let me tell you, it is so good. Oh my gosh, it's just like fall because it is warm and it's apple. It's just delicious. And if you didn't know, I do have a coupon code for Keto Chow, and I will link it in the description. If you use my code DawnDoesKeto, you will receive 10% off of your order. That would really help me out if you could do that. Now on to our struggles and successes. So overall, I had a really good week. Sorry, I just realized I have a white shirt on and the background is white, so if I just look like a floating head, I apologize for that. And actually, something else I want to apologize for. As I was editing the first part of this video, I did not realize when I was in my kitchen how much my microphone picked up my refrigerator. So I'm editing it and it's just like this constant humming noise in the background. So my apologies for that if that drove you crazy. I didn't even realize that it was that loud. I'm so sorry. Sorry. So anyway, back to our struggles and successes. I had a decent week. I did have a couple struggles this week. First of all, Sunday, which was when I recorded my last video, and you guys, if you want to see that, I'll link it up here. It was our shopping trip and our keto must-haves. And if you saw in that video, we had stopped to help a young lady whose car wouldn't start. Because of that, we were there for over an hour and we never did get our car started. So that was not good. That put us really far behind schedule. We wanted to be home in time to sit down and watch football. The 1 o'clock games, it was already like halftime. So honestly, we just ordered a pizza. I came home, put our groceries away, sat down, had pizza, and then we watched football like the rest of the day, which was great, but the pizza was an off-plan meal. Now, what I will tell you is, and I'll kind of jump forward, on Thursday I had breakfast out with a new friend whom I met on the 2KK family Facebook. Her name is Trisha Anderson. Hi, Trisha. We went out and had breakfast, and that was perfectly fine. Totally on plan. I had a chicken like omelet thing with a side of bacon and sausage, and so I was totally comfortable with my decision there. But as we were talking, and Trisha was kind of saying how she was like an all or nothing person, and I realized that that's how I used to be. I used to be an all or nothing person. I was either doing really well or I was doing really bad. There was no in between. I did not allow myself anything that wouldn't be considered on my diet, because if I ate off of my diet, I would then be like, well, I just ruined the whole thing, so I might as well have some cookies and some cake and some ice cream and whatever else I've been wanting. And since I've started this, I've realized that if I do have an off-plan meal, I don't turn it into a binge fest. It's not I have to be completely on plan or completely off plan. I can have that one off plan item and not feel like my whole day is ruined and that I need to be, or that I want to be off plan for the rest of the day. So for me, although the pizza was an off plan meal and sort of a struggle, I consider that a struggle, I really found success in that too, if that makes any sense, because I didn't eat anything else off plan that day, and I didn't eat any desserts or snacks or anything else because I had that pizza. So that's just a little side note. I was just kind of mulling that over as Trisha and I were talking on Thursday, and it just made me realize that in that aspect I've actually grown quite a lot, that I don't have to completely like go off the rails because I decide I'm going to have one off-plan meal. Sunday was pizza. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday ate at home on plan. Thursday I had breakfast with Trisha, and that ended up being an OMAD day because I ate a pretty sizable breakfast and I felt great for the rest of the day, so I ended up just having that one meal that day. And I change it up every day. Some days I'll do OMAD, some days I won't, some days I'll fast, some days I won't. I just, whatever my body's telling me, that's kind of what I go with, and I just like to keep my body guessing. I don't like to do the same exact thing every single day. Friday we went to a baseball game. We took my mom to a Cleveland Guardians professional baseball game. She loves baseball, so this was kind of like her Mother's Day / birthday gift, and this is when our tickets were for Friday. It was a gorgeous night. We went to a baseball game and I ate before we left. Of course, they had hot dogs and they had soft pretzels and peanuts, and I just drank my water. So that was a great success. Went through the whole night without having any of that ballpark food. Saturday, we had a super busy day. Mike and I had decided we were going to buy a camper, and yesterday was the day we were signing the papers. So we had to help his mom in the morning, then go sign the papers and do a walkthrough and everything of the camper, which ended up taking us probably about 4 hours. We were gone for quite a while. Then we had the cookout that I made the poppers for. So we went to the cookout, and again, tons of food. There were a ton of people there. Everybody brought something. There were a lot of desserts, a lot of like pasta salad type things, potatoes, macaroni and cheese. I had brought my poppers. There was really no protein there, except they had like these chicken tenders. They were really kind of big. So I filled my plate. I had one chicken tender. So that would have been considered like an off-plan item because that wouldn't have been keto because it was breaded. But I had one of those. But then on the side I had deviled eggs. I had my jalapeno poppers. They had like a charcuterie board. So I had some cheeses, some olives, a cream cheese wrapped in salami. I had some of that, and so I was able to keep that completely keto. Now granted, I had a pretty sizable plate of food, but it was all keto except for the chicken tender. After the cookout, I had a class reunion function to go to on Saturday night. It was actually the class of 1987 who was having a reunion, but our class, most of the people in it are turning 50 this year. So it was like a 50th birthday celebration. So we kind of crashed their reunion. We're class of 1991. Because I had eaten that huge plate of food at the cookout, I was fine for food. Like I had no intentions on going to this reunion and eating anything. So I stuck to that plan, and I had also decided that I wasn't going to drink anything. I was kind of up in the air a little bit at first. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll have a couple drinks. In the end, I just didn't need to. So didn't have any drinks on Saturday night. That was another success on my part. So now we're back to Sunday again. We've gone a full week. Yesterday was our family day at the pumpkin farm. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just love it so much. We have so much fun, and we have done this every year with our kids since they were little, and now my grandbabies are going with us. It's just continuing that tradition with them, and I just love it so much. And our little one, Olivia, who's 2, she will be 3 in January, just had the best time, and it was amazing. But again, this is not just any pumpkin farm. This is almost like a festival. There is so much there to do. You can be there all day from open to close and still probably not do everything that they have. And they have food trucks, food vendors with like donuts and fried chips and roasted ears of corn, kettle corn, kind of like fall-like snacks. I did not have any of that. I actually took a snack with me in the car. The drive is about a 50-minute drive for us to get to this particular pumpkin farm that we go to. I took a couple hard-boiled eggs, some cheese, and a beef stick, and I ate that in the car on the way to the pumpkin farm. And then at the farm, of course, it was warm yesterday, so I just drank water. So that was a huge success. Got a lot of steps in, walking around. That's it, guys, for the week. I got up this morning and I weighed in at 174.6. So I had a really good loss this week, guys. I totally skipped over the 175s. And I lost 1.6 pounds. So a little over 1.5 pounds. I can't be mad at that. It was just a really good week overall. I just felt really good. And I had the weight loss on the scale, which again isn't the end all be all. But when you get on that scale and it shows that you have lost, it kind of just always makes you feel like, okay, I did something right. That's it this week, guys. Thank you so much for being here and sticking with me through the recipe part of this video, because that is a huge struggle for me. I always just feel like I kind of look ridiculous cooking or trying to tell somebody else how to make something. I hope maybe it gave you a little different twist on just regular cream cheese poppers. To me, it's got, obviously it has more protein in it because of all the chicken, and there's not as much cheese as where if you eat a regular popper, that's a lot of cheese, especially if you eat multiple poppers, you're getting quite a bit of that cream cheese. So they were so good. No matter how silly I looked cooking them, they were delicious. I hope you all go out and have a great week. Please leave in the comments down below how your week has gone. Have you had any struggles this week? Have you had any successes this week? I love to hear about them. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed down below, click that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as part of this family. And hit that bell notification button. That way when my next video goes up, you'll be alerted. Thanks, guys. See you next week. Bye.